Hello, fabulous doll people. It is February 5th, and that's sad, but I'm finishing the last of my BJD tag. I'll be able to do all in one video, which is really nice because my new phone, for all of its flaws, which is really, my daughter keeps telling me it's not the phone, it's me learning the new phone. It has a ton of space, so I should have no problem getting the last two cases in here. So this is just me showing you the last of my collection as it is at the end of the year. And this is my bigger case. This has my big girls in it. So this is my with doll Vera. She has her face up by Eludis. Her outfit is the full set outfit that came with the doll. She is their, what they call it, sandy brown, I think is what they call it. To me, it's like a gray. It's a really pretty color, but I wouldn't really call it a brown. Her wig is by Nicolette Teodorescu from Nico's Dolls. And she's got the little finger spike was from my Doll Zone Halamus Violetta. I kept it when I sold her because I really liked it. So, and she's my only Vera, so her name is Vera. This is my Doll in Mind Benicia. Wait, I think she's the Bellows. I always say Benicia, she's Bellows. I have to look up who did her face up. It's very beautiful. This camera captures it much better than my other camera did. Really love it. I wanted the gray, but not too much. Her wig is from Angsty Penguin. And she has a different name on Facebook. I think it's Red Iris Atelier. And I love it. I wish she was doing, I contacted her a little while ago. I think she was kind of, she told me she wasn't doing commissions because her kids are young still. And she's on a Miro doll body. She was supposed to be large bust. And they sent me the wrong body, but they were really easy to work with. And they sent me the replacement bust, which is in my, in her lap. I haven't strung it back on. I like this body because I don't do a lot with my dolls. I know a lot of people don't like it. I guess it doesn't pose well. And I like the large bust because it really fills the clothes out nicely. The dress, I believe, is from Sophie's Toy Paradise. And I really like the way she came out. She was supposed to be sort of a reverse image of her sister, which is here. And that is my Doll in Mind Cassia. Her face up is by Jazz or Remix, or Apple Jazz, depending on where you find her. I don't know where this wig came from. It was in with my really old stuff, like back from when I was buying stuff on eBay. It's kind of a terrible wig. Like it's bizarrely designed, but I just tried it on her because I didn't have anything else. And it has such a 70s castle on the hill. It was a stormy night kind of a feeling to it, and I thought it went great with the outfit, which is one of the Soom limited outfits. I don't remember which one, but it's like all the Soom outfits. It's stunning. That I kept it. It's probably staining her head. I mean, it's honestly, it's a terrible wig. The top part is the wig, and then there's these long tendrils in the back, and they're held on by these terrible little pokey metal things. But it went, when I put it on her, after I put this dress on her, I was like, oh yeah, that's the look. It just fit her, I thought, so good. And so there they are together. I don't know that they together look that great, because I had wanted like the gray dress and the black hair, and then the black dress and the gray hair. I mean, and technically, like, the colors are good, but there's something kind of off in the aesthetic. But I like them both, so it doesn't really matter. But, and she's also a Miro doll hybrid. I got her body secondhand on DOA, and it's yellowed quite a bit. Because she has normal skin. Of course, the light really washes out her face up. She's not that, the color match isn't that jarring in real life, so she doesn't look that pale. And then this is my Dollmore Eve, Angelic Scars Eve. She was a very limited edition of like 5 or 10. Her face up is by Illness, her face up and her tattoos. Illness carved her hands out for nails because back in the day we didn't have nail or carved or vampire hands. Really washing out her tattoos. I don't know if you'll even be able to see them with the light. I'm pretty sure, well, there you go. Pretty sure if I turn the light off though, everybody's very dusty. I don't dust. I should dust. And I'm always surprised. I always feel like if they're in the case, why do they have so much dust? but they do. So yeah, she did all the tattooing on here. And then back in the day, we used to carve back the hand. And so you could have nails. You can kind of see it more here. You carve the finger back, and then you get like nails. So this is one of my favorite dolls. Not just because the doll came out great, but this is the one that my daughter was, I think, 5 or 6 when I got her. And I told my mom, just tell her it's her Christmas present to me. And so she was always so proud of this doll because she got her for me. The horns, I'm trying to remember where the horns were from. They're a company that had a lot of horns. They're pretty well known. Half the time I can remember right off the top of my head the name of the company, half the time I can't. They were blessed by illness. I'll have to look it up. I want to say it starts with an L, and I don't know why I can't remember right now, but I can't. This is my Resin Soul May. I got her secondhand on DOA. I'm not a fan of Resin Soul's bodies. They're super narrow. Like, they have almost, like, no shoulder. Like, I don't understand what's going on with that. And I bought her because I was very broke at the time, and I had got no doll stuff at all. Like, nothing in a long time. And she was such a good deal. And I had this dress handmade for her. And I'll link all the artists and everything on the bottom because I'm completely drawing a blank on stuff right now. And it's also very dusty. I really need to dust. Ladies, you're so... a lot of dust on there. She is a Russian artist. She's on Den of Angels. She's done 2 of my outfits. I'm trying to remember what the other one was. The horns are Soom, and they were blushed by illness to look like the night sky, because this is my Nyx, Goddess of the Night Sky. Her tattoos were, her face up and tattoos were done by illness. And I think she came out stunning. The wig was a custom wig by a company that was used to see all the time on eBay. And I didn't realize they did custom stuff, and I don't remember what I reached out to them for, and they're like, oh, you know, we can do whatever color you want. And they were around forever and ever and ever, and I think they've just recently gone under. And those eyes were custom. And I can't remember who I got those from either. Well, I'm just all over it today, aren't I? And she's in the dark gray. I, for some reason, was thinking she came with the hooves because I had wanted them. Because she was originally, this body is like a fawn body. And it does come with horns, but they're not as nice. And she didn't have the horns or the hooves. But I mean, I got her from the lady for like $100. I think she was 100, maybe 105. So resin, I really like Resin Soul because they have a lot of cool colors, and they customize very well. I think she just came out beautiful. And you know, to the point where the body isn't really, like, I'm not sitting around losing sleep over it or anything. So, and you just can't beat the price point on them. And they're not like a bad quality doll or anything. I know people some people kind of look down on Resin Soul, but I don't feel like the resin is bad or the quality was bad on her or anything like that. In fact, when I got her, I was so excited with her, I planned to buy a bunch more, and I just never did. And this is, she was originally Doll and Doll, but they're Doll Leaf now. And she's Doll Leaf version 2. And literally, this was version 2. This was the second doll they ever came out with. She has ears that you can change out. She has the big, long elf ears on. I'm not sure. With this wig, you can't see the tattooing. She was painted by illness. The wig is a Lutz wig that I got that was way too big. Like, I think they sent it to me as a gift because I didn't order it. I don't think I would ever order a wig like this. And it just fit on her. I just tried it on her, and I was like, oh, this goes with her. It's just kind of a very round head. And the elf ears hold it on is really what the bottom line is. Her eyes are hand-painted ceramic from Turtle Child Studio. I got them at the Pacific Northwest Ball Jointed Doll Convention in 2019. Or 2018. And they are fantastic. Just amazing. This does them no justice, the video. She is wearing... oh my goodness. They were a line of clothes that were super popular, kind of these sort of emo-y, gothy clothes. And those one called was Pluto. There's Venus Drive and Pluto Lane, and I still have the packaging for this one, so I'll post it too, because I'm trying to blank on the name of this one too. And it fits her fantastic. It just, the whole look is great. And her name is Leaf. Unless I give you a different name, they're just named after their sculpts. I've said it many times on my videos, in case you haven't caught any of those. I name them after the sculpt unless I have more than one, and then somebody gets a different name. Or if they just are, sometimes I just have different inspiration for the dolls. They have a different name. But usually they're just named after the sculpt. And so this is Rosendo of Japan, Elf Aria. I thought there was only 2 dolls they made before they went under, but apparently there was a couple. I found an interesting article about them, and I guess if they're sueded and modded, they can stand. Like when I got this doll, I was like, there is no way this doll could have ever stood. And the seller told me all that. The seller was very upfront about her and her limitations. She has a lot of pitting. You probably can't see it, like here, which is bubbles that had come. Oh, you can. You can see it really good. Which is bubbles that had come up through the resin. You girls are a mess, dude. I need to come in here and do some more cleaning, I guess. She has a very old Pep Stars face up. Back when Pep Star used to do like really heavy makeup and kind of not realistic, kind of glam fantasy style. So even though I think the face up is a little dated, I would never change it because it's got, I would call it historical value, but it's really probably, you know, a little sentimental value to it. And I really like her. She's just different. You don't see them, you hardly see any of them. She has a really pretty mani that she did on her, or the pedicure that she did on her, manicure, not pedicure. I don't think she did a pedicure on her. Did we do her toes? Oh, she did. She got the mani and the pedi. The dress was done by, I was living in San Diego at the time, by a local artist who advertised on eBay. Back in the day, you got everything on eBay. Like, all the doll stuff was on eBay. It was DOA or eBay. And eBay had a lot of stuff. The jewelry set I also got on eBay from a lady that was doing doll jewelry. It's very cute. It's got kind of this big thing there. The eyes, I remember, were called Zombie. I got them on eBay. I don't remember from who. They're plastic. I'm really shocked that they've kind of held up as well as they've had, because they're nothing special, but the color hasn't faded at all. I have this. She's one of my older dolls. So on the bottom shelf in this case is my big girls. This is my spirit doll. She was a Frisia that was modded. She has a smirk. You can't really tell. So this doll has just done whatever she wanted from the minute I got her. So I got her, she had really kind of a nice face up. I got her secondhand on DOA. My wings are all sideways here. Hold on. And she was a good deal. And I really am a huge fan of Spirit Doll. Like, I really like Spirit dolls a lot. And I had wanted a Frisia. Yeah, it's just coming off the tack there all the way. Huh, that's weird. And so I was really happy with her. The tattoo was done by the girl I got her from here, which I think is very nice. And the face-up matched. It was kind of a dark gothic face-up. And I wanted something more. So I sent her to, I remember, the lady does mostly vinyl dolls. And at the time, I was really kind of into vinyl dolls. And then I had asked her, I think she did one of my vinyl dolls for me. I said, do you do resin? Oh man, I'm going to draw a blank on her too. And I've always known her name right off the top of my head. And I had given her these kind of really detailed instructions. I wanted the smirk. I wanted her to be beautiful but also frightening looking. But I also wanted to pick up on the peacock dress. In fact, this is the same artist that did the dress for my Nyx, whose name I'm completely forgetting. That's fairly well known on DOA. And it took a very long time for her to get it done. She was moving. They had a bunch of stuff going on. And I know a lot of artists get stressed out about that with me, but I'm very patient. Like, if I'm not afraid you're going to steal my head, like if I've worked with you in the past, I know you're not going to just freak out and not give me my head back. I don't care. Take your time. I don't care. Take your time. But I think she was stressed out that I was going to care. And so she did this face up, which is stunning. It's stunning. It's a work of art. But it's nothing like what I was thinking for the doll. But there was no way when she sent me pictures I could have her wipe this. I mean, look at it. It's amazing. And I mean, really, the camera washes so much of the color out. It's just amazing. So that was the first thing that she wound up not being the way I wanted. And then the wig. I can't tell you how many wigs I tried on this doll. None of them worked. None of them were right. So finally, I was actually able to get a custom Amada's Beauty wig, which I feel super fortunate about now because they're not doing them anymore. And it was, that one came back, not what I had wanted. It wasn't enough color. I had wanted more color. But when I put it on her, it looked amazing. It looked perfect. So I always hear people say, well, my doll didn't like this and she didn't like that and we had to try again. And I always think, that's so weird. But no, she was one of those dolls. That was this girl. And she's Titiana. She's my Queen of the Fairies. And she has this particular dress is kind of famous. I actually see it all the time in weird places on the internet. It's the peacock, with the real peacock feathers in the back. She had done a different one, and then I asked her to make me one that was actually custom for her so that it wouldn't cover up her tattoo. Sorry, her wings are from May for Life. I'm actually getting another pair done from her. I think she's going to stop doing commissions. So she actually reached out to me because I was a past customer. I think she's going to start working, I guess, strictly with doll artists that are using her wings as part of her full sets. And her wings are amazing. They're my favorite of all the wings you can buy. And I do just really love this doll. Though she took her own path, I do love her. So, and then one of my other favorite of my big dolls is my barrel. Soon Barrel. The barrel was a grail of mine. I loved the sculpt. I loved the full set. Look at that face. That girl has got resting bitch face for days. I got her secondhand on DOA. She came with this face up. I don't remember the artist. Hopefully I can find it. I had reached out to them. And I don't think they were doing face-ups anymore whenever I did. The wig is a Sophie Molly, and it sits funny on her head, you guys. And that is because, oh, look at that. There's a big chip missing out of her, oh my gosh, out of her lips. And I don't think that was there last year. And she hasn't fallen, so it's almost like it just came off. Oh, that's a bummer. Let's see if I can have her mouth repaired. But anyway, with the wig, so it looks kind of funny the way it sits. Well, one of the magnets on her head cap came off, and Sophie's got these nice grippy wig caps, and the wig is always trying to grip underneath of the head cap, because the two magnets are together, and the glue came out of the one that's attached to the face, I guess. Anyway, because the head part comes off, the skull, the back part comes off, not the front. Like, it's not a face plate, it's a head cap. So the wig is forever trying to crawl into that open spot. So I have to get that fixed, and it's a minor fix. But here we go. I cannot remember who got her eyes from, but they're wonderful. I feel like they might be Candy Kit Emporium, like from Lenny Shepherd. I used to get a lot, and I know I got these from her. I blank on hers too. She is no longer around, which I'm real bummed about. I loved her stuff. Gosh, what was the name of her company? I don't know. I'm not remembering anything right now, you guys. I'm really sorry. I don't know why. Her dress is a custom from Nelly Shanko, who I love. She's one of my favorites. She doesn't seem to be doing a lot of customs anymore. I know she has cosplaying, and I think she's been focusing on her cosplaying. The horns were blushed by illness, and they are actually barrel horns. But I bought them secondhand on DOA. They didn't have magnets. I'm kind of weirdly freaked out about doing anything with magnets, and they're super heavy, and I just don't know how this wig, because Sophie's wigs are kind of delicate, I think. I don't know how this wig's going to work with those horns. I actually got her a new pair of horns from Amanda Sue BJD, and I think they're going to work better. I really just need to go in and do like a bunch of maintenance on the dolls. Like she needs her magnets reset. I need to do something with her mouth. I don't even know when and how that happened. It looks like the sealant just chipped off, and I don't remember that being there last year. Oh, that's really weird. And she hasn't fallen. Anyway, and you can see the wigs. A lot of the wigs are kind of flyaway, like I need to go in and do. And they're dusty. Everybody's dusty, but you know, so she's one of my favorite of my big girls. I don't see myself getting a ton more big dolls. They just take up too much space. Like, this is a big case, and there's 4 dolls in here. I mean, it's kind of stupid. The Twiglings are about as big as I'm going to go. But aside from the Elf Ingenue, and I'm hoping to get an Ingenuese someday, I like to do the short hip, short torso, and that's her 60 centimeters. So they're still, I think, as far as width and everything goes, they're bigger. They're a heavier kind of look at, I don't know, meteor doll, I guess. But they're not going to be any taller. So the 65 are just too big. This is my Red River Road unicorn. She started making the wild hunt horses, which are like Pegasus, and I really want one. I actually want to eventually get like some custom ones of hers that look like my horses. I love her dolls. Should I ever get my Color Theory, which will be my MSD girl, I will put her with my little art dolls. And this is my Soon Vesuvia. She does have the scorpion tail. It's in this dress. I had a totally different plan for her, but we were watching scary movies. I had said, let's have a movie night, and I rented it on Vudu, and I was looking at her in the case, naked. This outfit is by, the outfit, the face-up. The face-up is by, she paints a bunch, she's from Russia, she paints a bunch of heads, sells them on DOA, and I think, I have to look up, starts with a V, and I always want to say she's Valencienko, and she actually, she is. She has Valencienko handmade, but she goes by a slightly different name on DOA. I think that's her. I'll have to double check and make sure it's not 2 other people. So she has this pretty face up, and she was sitting in the case naked, and I had done nothing with her. What happened with her was I bought the body. The head came obviously separately. Then I got the body. Body came, and I pulled the wrapping around the hands off and broke a finger off. And I've never, ever done that before. And it just, like, kind of broke my heart. And I just did nothing with her. I actually thought about selling her, honestly, but I didn't get the COA with the head. I didn't get a COA with the body, so I didn't have a COA. I think that when I bought the head, she asked me if I wanted a copy because she was going to send it with the body, and I said, oh, no, I don't care, because she's a well-known artist. I wasn't really worried about it, and then, for selling, you need it. So then I was like, oh, now I might sell her, but then now I love her. So this outfit, I had bought it on eBay, and I don't know who had it. It went with a doll that I really wanted, and that company went under. There was a blue and black one, and then this one, and they sort of mirrored each other. And when I got this one, as soon as I took it out and put it on her, it reminded me of those big garden, I think they call them the cat orb spiders, which I've had many of them since we've lived in Washington, come into my house and live in my house, and I really like them. And that immediately, I just saw her as because I had seen her as some evil thing you might run into in the garden that was beautiful and deadly, and I had seen a bunch of really cool blushing for the scorpion tails before I bought her, because I had bought the head, and then I was like, well, you have to do something. And so I'm going to have somebody put like a keyhole, like a buttonhole in the back for the tail to come through. And then I'm going to have the tail blushed in colors that go with it, but also or that are more like flowers in a garden. Something that you would see on a venomous spider. And then I need to have her hands done. Her horns are from Synthetic Firmia. I got to tell you, I love her horns. They're so lightweight, and I love, she's more of a, they're kind of curly, demonic looking. They're fantastic. So I think in the end, this doll is going to wind up really nice. I have the finger. I'm either going to attempt to glue it on, or I'm just going to buy her some new hands. I had messaged the buyer and said, totally not your fault. I said, I broke a finger off. I said, I'm kind of heartbroken. I don't know what to do. And she gave me a couple of ways to glue it back on. But you can see, I broke it off. It just came off. But she said you can also buy hands through Zoom, so I may just try to buy a new pair of hands. And this wig, I think, is from Lutz. I bought a lot of wigs from Lutz back in the day because they were my favorite doll company. So I bought a lot of stuff from Lutz, period. But I'm not sure. It's a pretty big wig. And it might even have been a boy's wig from back when I had my boy dolls. It came stock with somebody. I don't know. But it looks good on her. And then this is my spirit doll, Daffodil. The eyes that she's wearing, which are a beautiful color and perfect for her, are way too big, so they look weird, and I need to get her some new ones. I would like this same kind of color, so I'll probably get some custom ones made. Her horns are Migma horns, I believe, so Migma. They were painted for me by Illness. This is a face-up that I requested from the company, which I like, but will probably get redone. The wig was custom by someone on DOA, and it's beginning to age. I probably will have to get a new one. And she was one of my first dolls, so she was not my first doll. My first doll was my the Lutz doll, but she was my second. I think technically she was my third, but she was my second doll to actually arrive in my home. Gray was new, and Spirit Doll had said that they would do a gray batch if there was enough orders, so I got in on this gray batch with Dreadful Me. It was very nice member of DOA. And I did not read the description because I just wanted a gray doll so bad. Like, I thought they were so fantastic, and it was like new. Like, back in the day, you guys, we had Normal Skin and Beauty White, and that was it. And then when I got her, I was like, why is she so big? And so that's how I got big dolls, because I just loved her so much. And then I got this limited outfit. This is one of the Soom Limiteds. This is my favorite of the Soom Limiteds. I think it looks fantastic on her. I really love the Spirit dolls. I think they're elegant and pretty. I really like them. So I do plan to zhuzh her up a little. I've had her since I got her when we moved into our house in Campo. So my daughter was 6, and my daughter is going to be 23 this year.